Hey everybody, I'm John Granado. That is Josh Jordan. You can hear us on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet so you get all of our content here at Sports Map Texans. This week, Colin Cowherd discussed on his podcast how the Texans will be a desirable destination for free agents because of C.J. Stroud. A lot of guys on one-year deals. Who do you want back most, Josh Jordan, from this Houston Texans one-year deal thing?
Well, it might be recency bias, but Sheldon Rankins, after the 3-sack performance against the Bengals, he could have had 4. He missed a few where Burrow just kind of squirted away. I'd love to have him back. Tavierre Thomas has been really good. George Fant's been really good, but I think Dalton Schultz, Sheldon Rankins and Dalton Schultz, because Schultz showed this with the Cowboys. He's been a quality tight end before. It's not just a C.J. Stroud has turned him into a decent player type of thing. So I'd like to see Dalton Schultz back the most.
Yeah, I would add Tavierre Thomas. I mean, I don't know where he fits in. Sheldon Rankins is great, and you know what? That rush up the middle is fantastic. It really disrupts quarterbacks. But I think Tavierre Thomas is probably their best defensive back. He and Steven Nelson have been really, really good. Petrie is missing a lot of tackles. Jimmy Ward has been in and out of the lineup. Petrie's been in and out of the lineup. Tavierre Thomas was here last year and showed up, and he's showing out again this year. I want to see Tavierre Thomas get back here and get what, his due. I'm surprised that nobody grabbed him, if you want to know the truth, in the offseason and picked him up the way that he played. He signed a one-year deal here. Lock him up for a good 3 or 4 years. He can play in the slot. He's a really good defensive back. You've really been lacking on that. I would like to see him back.
Yeah, absolutely. And Steven Nelson isn't on a one-year deal. He played here last year, but he's been terrific too. He is a free agent after this season. Love to see him come back. And with Stingley, we all hope for the best. But, so far, he's been injury prone. So you want to make sure you have a real lockdown corner that you can rely on. So Steven Nelson, I'd love to see him back.
Yeah, Noah Brown.
Yeah.
I would really like to see Noah. I mean, all of these guys are playing really. Singletary, the way he's run. I mean, all of these guys are playing so well that you really, really do want to see all of them. I can certainly see where you would bring back a lot of these guys and lock them up for maybe a couple, 3 years. And now this week, Pat McAfee had J.J. Watt on. He has him on all the time now. J.J., they wouldn't rule out him coming back. And they were saying, well, let's see, what team does he fit with and blah, blah, blah. And JJ was like, well, I don't know. Maybe you guys can figure it out where I would like to go. Is there any interest at all in seeing JJ back on the field?
Yeah, why not? There's interest. I'd be interested. Why not? If he can just come in and pass rush situations and wreak some havoc, I know it's kind of a pipe dream. I'm not counting on it. But the thought, if JJ would want to do it, why not? He's a great player.
How about, when was the last time a guy played and his plaque was in the stadium already? All right? JJ is an immortal here, and he might be on the field. I don't know. He looks like he's a lot thinner than he was then. He'd probably have to be defensive end. He can't be. I don't think he'd be playing inside. Yeah. But he ain't forgot much. It hasn't been that long. He's been gone. You want to talk about if J.J. Watt returned, boy, you want to talk about some fun. This would be as if the Texans aren't the story already around the country. That would make it. That would take it up another level.
And J.J. had a good year last year. When they talked to him about it, that competitive drive is still there for him, but he talked about waking up on Monday and not being in a ton of pain and how much he likes that. But, Pat McAfee was like, you got a whole lot more Mondays after this year. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that. But that was one of the funny things about JJ being, up on the stadium. And after a big play, JJ could go salute himself.
That'd be sweet.
Yep.
I don't know, but you know what? I like the idea.
Yep, it'd be fun.